went wrong to you today?
Go ask the coaching staff.
Do you feel like, I mean, there was anything you could do differently, I guess?
You go ask them. They had a whole spiel in here, so.
From the outside, and the outside may be wrong, but from the outside, it didn't look like you had your usual energy tonight.
Go ask the coaching staff why.
Okay. You feel like you should play more?
Go ask the coaching staff. Should I play more or not?
What could have been done different to get a different outcome other than asking the coaching staff?
According to them, probably don't play me, honestly. That's what basically the message was after, so it's cool.
The coaching staff message was it?
It's cool, bro.
We're good? You didn't have anything physically wrong in terms of illness or anything?
Oh, no,
you were under
I'm
the weather?
fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right.
Yo, YouTube. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Q, man. Back at y'all with another video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. So, I had to just get on here, man, and talk about Ja Morant and what's been going on with the Memphis Grizzlies lately. So, Ja Morant just recently got suspended by the Memphis Grizzlies for, conduct detrimental to the team. Maybe it was because of the way I'm not going to say maybe, because of the way that Ja Morant went about, I guess, answering questions after the Lakers game and how he gave some Marshawn Lynch type of responses when you know, the reporters were asking him what happened against the Lakers, where he went 3 of 14 in that game, didn't really play his best ball, showed a lack of effort on offense and defense, didn't really seem engaged at all. And so bad, the game was so bad to the point where Blake Griffin had called him out for it as well.
What did you see from Ja Morant, Blake?
I didn't love what I saw from Ja Morant tonight. I mean, this is a guy who is insanely talented. I mean, right here, speed is his #1 weapon. Yeah, and coming off a ball screen, passing the ball like this, kind of lazily cutting to the corner, that's just not what's going to get it done for Memphis. And now the back cut, I think you got to go for that right there. And then the very next possession coming down, you're kind of just standing in the corner, straight up. Not even really engaged at all, almost having a conversation with Marcus Smart. Like, for a guy that's making $40 million and needs to be the leader of this team, like, I just don't love it. I don't know if he was not feeling well, if he's hurt, but that to me is a very bad sign, and it's something that it has to change.
Yes.
The Memphis Grizzlies will only go as far as Ja Morant takes them. And when he's engaged, I mean, we've seen it. He's unbelievable. He's an all-world talent. But that type of effort right there, that's the thing that we will call out. And UD, you are an effort guy. The Miami Heat is an effort organization. I know you would have had something to say if you were on that team, right?
You know what I mean? So what's really going on with Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, man? You know, the Memphis Grizzlies are kind of in a weird spot right now as a franchise. They just fired the Taylor Jenkins, their most winning head coach in franchise history. And then they hired a European coach. I forget his name. And apparently him and Ja Morant aren't really meshing well together. Now, Ja Morant, we all know how talented and special he is as a player. But the only there's two issues with Ja Morant and how he plays the game of basketball. For one, it's his health, his injuries, man. He's missed a lot of games, man, because of the way he plays the game of basketball. You know what I mean? He does a lot of jumping, and his game more so relies on athleticism than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Is he a good playmaker? Yeah. Is Ja Morant a good playmaker? Yeah. He can play make. I think he just had like 21 points and 14 assists against the Dallas Mavericks yesterday. So he can play make. You know what I mean? That's never really been a issue for Ja Morant. It's really his shooting, man. I think earlier in his career, I think he was shooting like 34% from 3 at one point in his career. Now it looks like he can barely even hit a 3 to save his life, man. So Ja Morant, as far as a player, he hasn't necessarily improved any. You know what I'm saying? He's basically playing the game the same way he's been playing the game since he started in the league. You know what I'm saying? Just a downhill runner, get to the basket. He'll make a couple of flashy passes and layups here and there, but for the most part, man, I just don't necessarily think that Ja Morant, the way he plays the game of basketball, is sustainable in 2025. You know what I mean? So yeah, is his play style exciting, Derrick Rose esque? This is not the 2010s anymore, man. If you're a point guard in this league and you cannot shoot the ball efficiently, you won't last long in the NBA. Now, Ja Morant, he's been in the NBA for quite a while now, you know what I mean, with the way he plays the game because he's so talented. But can you win a championship with Ja Morant as being your best player on the team? I just don't think so, man. I think that the Memphis Grizzlies, if they are a smart organization, they will look to trade Ja Morant at some point, man. I just don't think that Ja Morant fits their timeline anymore because I don't think that the Memphis Grizzlies are good enough to compete in the West anymore. You know, a couple of years ago, Ja said he was good in the West. You know what I mean? But back then, the West looked a little different, and the Memphis Grizzlies looked a little different. You know, the Desmond Bane just got traded to the Orlando Magic not too long ago, you know? Don't get me wrong, Jaren Jackson Jr. is still there. But other than Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant, outside of those two guys right there, who else can the Memphis Grizzlies really rely on night in and night out? You know what I mean? Everybody else around them is just a bunch of role players. You know what I mean? I like, Jalen Wells, you know what I mean? But he's a very young player. And I'm going to just be honest, man. This Memphis Grizzlies team is not built to win right now. The West is too stacked, you know? So if I was the Memphis Grizzlies, I would trade Ja Morant. The only problem with trading Ja Morant is what other team is going to want Ja Morant? You know what I mean? I heard a lot of rumors going around saying that the Miami Heat, my Miami Heat team, would be interested in flirting with a trade with the Memphis Grizzlies. And me personally speaking, man, I do like Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant is a great basketball player. You know what I'm saying? But these trade rumors that Miami Heat are involved in, it seems to me like they would have to involve Tyler Hero. And if you're telling me that the Miami Heat are going to trade Tyler Hero for Ja Morant, I would say hell no. I would not like that trade at all. I think that would be a L trade by the Miami Heat. Not because Ja Morant isn't a talented player. I think Ja Morant is a special player, but his style of play, bro, doesn't fit the modern NBA's style of play. You know, the downhill dunking point guard, the Derrick Rose type stuff, it doesn't work in 2025 like it used to back in the day, man. So with that being said, although I think Ja Morant might be a more talented basketball player than Tyler Hero as far as his athleticism and him being a better playmaker, I just think that he's not that much better than Tyler Hero to where I would orchestrate a trade between the two of those players. And Tyler Hero is a way better shooter than Ja Morant. A way better shooter than Ja Morant. And that's definitely something that you need in this modern NBA. You have to have a guy that can shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think that would be a good trade. You know what I mean? Ja Morant to Miami. I don't think that would be a good trade at all. But I do believe that at some point Ja Morant could get traded, man. I don't know what team is going to want Ja Morant. Maybe the Orlando Magic, they have a couple of, guards over there like Anthony Black and Jalen Suggs. I don't necessarily know if Memphis would be interested in that. You know what I mean? Or that's pretty much the only team I can really think of right now, honestly, bro. Like the Orlando Magic. What other team would be willing to trade for Ja? I can't really think of any team off the top of my head, But, yeah, man, the Ja Morant situation's getting a little messy in Memphis, man. I'm not going to let that one win that they had against Dallas fool me. I still think that there's a lot of problems over there in Memphis, man. And only time will tell to see where this situation goes, man. But it's looking real messy, man. I don't think Ja Morant is really, really happy with the way the coaching staff is using him. He's being used more off ball this year. And you know Ja Morant, he's not a shooter, man. He has to have the ball in his hands in order for him to affect that game or to have any impact on the game whatsoever. You know, so yeah, man, it's just something to keep an eye on, man. That Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant situation, man. Maybe during the trade deadline, maybe they could find a suitor for him. I think another good team for Ja Morant could potentially be like a team like the Bulls. You know, the Chicago Bulls are starting the season off really good with, you know, Josh Giddey and them boys, man. I could see Ja Morant going to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I could see him going to a team like Charlotte. Maybe a team like that. Probably not Charlotte, though, because LaMelo Ball's the point guard over there. But, yeah, man, some team will be like the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I mean? Some team will be desperate enough to maybe try to orchestrate a trade for Ja Morant, man, because he's just that talented, man. But I think that with Bane being traded and the team in Memphis looking the way it's looking, man, I just don't think Ja Morant has a future in Memphis anymore, man. But that's just me. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Ja Morant situation in the comments, and we can have a conversation about it, man. But that's pretty much all I have for y'all, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, man. I'm out, man. Peace.